struggle is real here, but the overwhelming accomplishments that this child has done is amazing, and we remind her.
Well, she can be whatever she wants.
She can be whatever she wants. She can be a barrel racer.
She's not limited in any way by what she wants to be in life.
I never knew that I would be this smart, I guess, because I didn't really understand a lot of stuff, and I was told that I got held back 3 times and I just wouldn't be the way I am now today. I want to go to Mississippi State, and then I just really want to chase my dreams with barrel racing. I've always wanted to do it. I started about 3 years ago, and I've loved it ever since. What I like the most about barrel racing is the partnership, because I like to work in partners, even at school and anything. I just like to work with a person, and Pepper and me have a really good trust together, and we just work really good together. He's crazy. He is cray-cray. He's very loving. Yes, he's very loving.
So at birth, Kensley, I knew that she was kind of late on things. Kensley didn't walk until she was probably close to 2 years old. And she didn't talk. I always thought it was because her brother and sister toted her around everywhere. They talked for her, I really didn't know, but I knew it was a little late. When she was between 5 and 6, about 5 and a half, her dad and I, her real father and I, went through a divorce. And from there, it seemed like it just went downhill. We moved about an hour away, and she just, I don't know, Kensley wasn't her. She was in 1st grade, and up until that point in time, I had been a stay-at-home mom, so I had to go to work, and I thought it was because of that. She had severe separation anxiety. She didn't want to go to school. She cried, and for the first time in 1st grade, I agreed, yes, we need to hold her back because she's went through so much here. So we went to the 2nd year of 1st grade, and, I was like, I let him know everything that was going on, and soon after I realized, Kensley's still going through separation anxiety or whatever it is. She would cry, she didn't want to get out of the car, she would just, sometimes she would throw up, her stomach constantly hurt, and I didn't understand, I didn't grasp it that she knew that she wasn't like everybody else. She wasn't catching on to things. It was harder for her. She was probably embarrassed, So once again, she was held back in 1st grade for the 3rd time. I moved back closer to Blowwood area, and because I'd had it with that principal, I just had it. And also I changed and got a different job so I could be home more to help Kensley. And enrolled her there. That 1st grade teacher said, I can get her where she needs to be by Christmas. I really think I can get her where she needs to be. At Christmas, she came to me and she said, she's still not where she needs to be. I said, okay. So I got with the counselor, got with her, and they said, we want to, retest her. So they came back and said, Kensley has non-specific reading and learning disabilities, I think is what it had on there. And they done an IEP, and they said that we're going to put her in the special education classes. At that time, I'm thinking, she does fine. She's high functioning. We've just got to figure out what's going on here.
I got to, get to know Kensley away from school, and I knew that this is not a dumb child. This is not a child with a mental disability. Whatever's happening at the school is just not working for her. And my mom, like Donna said, was a principal for 15 years. She started out at Flowwood Elementary, then went to Highland Bluff, where Kensley was when we met. And so I've grown up in public school my whole life. Always been an advocate of public school. I don't have anything against public school. I wanted her to stay in public school. But when December came and she was still not really progressed anywhere from where she was at the start of the year, despite the tutoring, despite staying after school, and all the programs they had her in, I started to realize, well, this is not going to benefit Kensley. She's going to fall by the wayside if she stays here. And we don't know what a future in that situation would look like for her. So when we had her tested and had the opportunity to take her somewhere else and get her the help we needed, whether we could afford it or not, we knew we had to do that. And so, my mom had school in mind, and so we went to them. And they tested her for dyslexia and other learning disabilities, and of course the test came back positive that she definitely had dyslexia, as well as attention deficit and some other things. And these tests enabled us to get qualified for an ESA. At that point, we had to decide where we're going to send her. Where could we afford to send her? And that was a big decision for us because, like I said, she had been a single mom. She was currently working for herself, I have cystic fibrosis, and in January I went through a double lung transplant. And so I was not working at the time, doing what I could. I'm a mechanic. And so with a very limited income, we had to decide where can we send this kid that's not public school, or she actually will have a future.
I'm going into Kensley's 4th year at that private school. We were awarded the ESA, praise God. A lot of prayers went up.
We enrolled her in St. Joe. This is her 3rd year. She went through 7th, 8th, and now 9th grade at St. Joe. And it's been a night and day difference between where she was before and where she is now.
Her 7th grade year there, I remember someone told us, buckle up, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. And John and I strapped in, and I will say that was the hardest year of our entire life. We did everything around Kensley's education.
Yep.
We worked, we got off from work, we came straight home. One would cook dinner, the other studying with her, going over things, helping her read, helping her learn her material, study for tests. And then we would eat dinner literally in our living room while we're studying. You know, she would break, go get her shower, come back in there, and we would study again. And we were up till we made
11, 12 o'clock.
Well, we made her get in bed by like 9:30. But then John and I stayed up afterwards trying to, I cannot tell you how many times I went through that child's binders. You know, I had to learn who she was and what worked best for Kensley. It was a long 7th grade year.
I didn't really realize that they were staying up as late as they were just to help me and help me with school, and I really appreciate that. And then when I heard them say that earlier, it just warmed a little spot in my heart, and I was just like, dang, that's really sweet.
Then we went to 8th grade, you know, and
First half of the year we helped her quite a bit.
a good bit.
But after that, she kind of took more onto herself.
Right. And this year is the same.
They've helped me a lot in school just by helping me be more prepared, and it's gonna eventually come to me. And I've gotten a lot better with that, being more prepared. Since I went to St. Joe, I've loved it. Like, it's just like family to me. Like, all the teachers are amazing. They're always here to help you. If they're after hours, they will stay there just to help you tutor and stuff. They're always they're always wanting to help you no matter what. And it's just helped me a lot in my life.
Her personality has come out in public and with her teachers and everywhere else, besides just the Kensley we got to see at home. You know, the funny, fun-loving, goofy Kensley is now everybody's.
My support system is very high. They're always loving and always wanting to support me. And John and my mom has also like gotten on the big TV, shared their screen on their phone, went through my runs with me, talked through me where I need to sit deeper in the saddle, where I need to pull him out, where I need to hustle him out, where I need to kick more, where I need to put my more leg on him and stuff like that. They're just always here for me, giving me more support than I could ever ask for. And it's a lot of it gets me nervous, I guess, because I like to listen to music while I'm doing it, trying to chill and like just get my mindset for how I'm gonna run and how I expect my run to go. I try to spend more time with Pepper and talk to him and tell him how I want my run to go and how I think I should go. And I just talk to him about it, and I just try to stay relaxed. I like to braid his mane a lot. I know a lot of people say he looks like a girl, but I am a girl, so I like to make him look a little girly. So I braid his mane, I brush him, and then if it's the summer, me and my best friend Abby will go out there and brush him and like water it, like get him all clean and stuff and get him pretty. And then we'll start getting the trailer ready and put my saddle in there, and then just put shavings in the trailer and get everything cleaned.
Giving Kensley another option, we needed that because she wasn't getting what she needed at the public school. And also giving her the other option gave her a little bit more individualized learning with a classroom that's not as big, where she didn't feel intimidated or overwhelmed. As a parent, you have to figure out what works best for your child. You truly are their advocate because you're the only one that sees her struggles and knows them inside and out.
And if you get to know Kensley, you realize that she's a normal kid. That was one of our struggles for us, is how do we afford an education that she needs and still, you know, be able to survive as a family.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, her education is gonna come first.
I love going to school, and it's not just for friends, because a lot of my friends are like, oh, I love school because of my friends, I get to see them, but I enjoy it just to learn stuff.
I mean, we couldn't make it without the ESA. That's foremost in her education process is having that so that she can continue to learn and grow and be a productive member of society once she graduates.
The ESA has given us so much for Kensley's future. It's unreal, It really has.
It was a blessing.
We have talked so many nights when we get in the bed, and we'll say our prayers, and that's been, a prayer that we have had for years, that for our child to be able to have education, to pursue her dreams, and
To do whatever she wants.
After all those teachers helped me at St. Joe, it just really brought me out, and my personality is a lot better, and it's just like I'm me and not just me at home, and I just love being me everywhere.